Hello, good evening. Well, I went to the dentist this morning and I've had my moles taken, top and bottom, and some other kind of wax thing that they did. Not quite sure what that was for. Maybe jaw alignment, maybe something like that. And I'm told it's going to be another week now before I will see any kind of resemblance to a set of teeth. I must have either lost the instructions in the translation or not. But anyway, apparently I get a set back. They're set in wax apparently, and the wax then is finally fitted soft enough to allow for just a minor alteration to the actual fitting. And then a few days later, after they've been sent back, they will return as a acrylic. I think they call it an acrylic version, not a plastic. The plastic ones are 5,000 top and bottom each. That's 10,000. The acrylic ones, which are apparently much stronger and have a softer gum connection, are 16,500 per top and bottom. So 32,000, 33,000, plus the 11,000 for the original removal of the said damaged teeth. So all up about 45, 46,000 altogether, which I think is pretty good. It's just rather frustrating waiting for them to arrive. But that's not really the thought of my day. That's just an update of where I'm at the moment. Just coming back from what I've created now, a daily walk here in Bulacan. Before I go completely crazy, it gives me a chance to reflect on each day, my achievements and my failings, and it gives me also the chance to exercise. And it's funny, it's coming at a time I sort of pace it out. I go right round the whole block. It's more than a kilometre, maybe 2 kilometres in total. But it's interesting scenery, changing scenery actually, because of the different crops being harvested and the sound of the different birds, and in many cases, the lack of traffic noise. But when I came back, I sat down and I thought to myself, I really don't think about how old I am. Do you? I always thought that when you get to my ancient prehistoric age of 76, going on 77, that would be constantly in my head. But I just see myself as John Norman Child, walking down the road, doing my exercise. In reality, I suppose I could drop dead at any point, but I don't focus on that. But I don't actually look out of this set of eyes and think about how fragile life is at this point in my life. How I really could end tomorrow. That all of the things that I want to achieve could be for nothing. And I suppose that's what we all have to remember when there's a lot of motorbikes out here. We all have to remember how this is our last hurrah, really, here in the Philippines, if you decided to make it your home. And we need to make the most of what we've had. I've had 10 years here. I would say at least 7 of them were great, challenging, enjoyable years. A few ups and downs. The last 3 have been somewhat horrendous, but I think everybody was suffering during the shutdown. But since the shutdown, it hasn't gotten any better. And I found myself here trying to sort out the mess, and I'm slowly getting my way through it all. But who knows what the future will hold? It's just a case of doing what you think is right. It may be that you maybe make the wrong decision. Maybe you make the right one. No matter what happens, we can only try our best. We shouldn't always burn our bridges. We shouldn't always cast away people who we care for. But we should definitely make changes in our lives for the better of everyone. And again, time is slipping by. So we must remember that. There's a certain urgency in life when we get to my age. And it's important that we remember that. Not in the sense that we should be crouched over, wobbling down the road, maybe not going for a walk. Why not? It's healthy, it's good for you. Smell all the different smells, the dead frogs, the pig shit from the piggeries that you walk past, and the chickens always crowing, and the dogs barking, and the noise of people's radios or karaoke in the street. Over here, they seem to, a lot of them have these karaoke kind of machines on their tricycles. Most annoying, I would think, for the people. I've gotten used to them going up and down. I know what they are. I used to think, well, maybe somebody's got a karaoke going, but it's actually attached to their tricycle, so they're driving around. I wouldn't want to be his customer with that blasting away in your ears as you're going along. But that, as they say, is the Philippines. And for those that choose to come and live here, that's what we can expect. New experiences, many, many challenges, and hopefully lots of happiness. So I'll leave you with that thought and hope that you join me, maybe later on Grumpy or Alive. And we'll catch you later. Bye now.